Let's see. We're live. Can you hear me? Y'all let me know. Just doing a test here to try to learn this live stream. Just got notified that I'm live. I am in Corpus Christi, Texas right now. Y'all let me know once you get on, who all on, where are you from. I've got about a 15-20 minutes here. Got a big ordeal getting down here to Texas today. Missed a flight, missed a meeting. We lost the baggage. So it's supposed to be arriving at the airport at 6 o'clock. And then supposedly supposed to call me and be delivered.
Sweet home.
So y'all let me know if you can hear me. I don't know how to adjust the volume, the microphone on this thing. So let's see if I can go into the settings here and change it so I can get a little bit better volume. Input. Test one. I think it's a little bit better. Y'all, when you log on, let me know. How does it sound? Hey, Randy. How are you doing? Where are you from? Well, like I said, I'm in Corpus Christi today. I'll be here. It's actually supposed to be in El Paso, Texas. And then making my way down here to Corpus Christi and work here tomorrow a little bit. But it looks like I'm in Corpus Christi now. Meet a couple customers in the morning and then go to El Paso, Texas, spend the night, meet with another customer on Wednesday, and then hopefully get to make it back home Thursday sometime. Virginia. I've got a brother that lives up in Virginia. I don't know exactly what town that is. It's either Virginia or West Virginia. I can't remember where he lives at. But it's been a rough one today. Started out early. Plane delayed because of maintenance. Got us on the plane. Taxied out. Came back in because they couldn't set the brakes. Got us off the plane. And before we could get back up to the counter, they told us to come back on. But by the time we got to Dallas, the flight was already gone that I was supposed to catch. How's the weather up there, Randy? Oh, me. Tired. I don't know what these buttons do here. It's wet, huh? Yeah, I think it's raining back home. I think it's supposed to rain most of the week back home. It's a good time to come to Texas. It's pretty nice down here. The motel I'm on is right on the ocean, but we can't see it, so we get to see the hospital from behind the motel here. But like I said, I'll be here tonight. Catch another plane to El Paso, Texas tomorrow. And then hopefully be back on the dozer and the excavator sometime first part of next week. I got back from Vegas on Saturday. Excuse me. It's fun, pretty fun trip. Went out to the IBS show, the home show out there. Me, Donnie, and James was out there for 4 nights, 5 nights, something like that. Got there Monday night and left Saturday morning. So it was fun. Seen a lot of new products, some things we want to implement on our house builds. Seen some Block-It, which is I think it's called that IFS. I think that's what they call blocks, where it's styrofoam and then you stack it like Legos and brace it, put your rebar in it, and then you put concrete in it. It becomes a foundation wall. Then pretty cool. Seen Rosetta Stone, Involved Stone, which is pretty cool. The Rosetta Stone is a product that's about 30 inches long, but 16 inches tall, maybe 8 inches, something like that. And it screws to the wall, and it's a pretty good stone veneer. The Involve is a nail-on product. Comes in different shapes and sizes, different colors, and you just nail it straight onto the OSB plywood. I think you gotta have a wet screen behind it, but it was pretty cool. LP products, the lap siding, new product coming out. Talk to them about that. Talk to them about some Weather Logic. Found some pretty cool doors for the shop. We got a shop build coming up. Got a lean-to, somewhat of a lean-to. It's a 30 by 60 shop that's got basically it's enclosed on 3 sides. The front's going to be open. Be able to put our equipment in it. Then we've got the 60 by 40 shop that's going to have an apartment in it, but it's also going to be turned into a cabinet shop, the backside of it. So we actually start that in the next couple of weeks. Excited about that. We got equipment ordered to go in there. That'll be here probably sometime the end of April, somewhere in there. It's going to be that's going to be a pretty good video. We're going to try to video it. It'll be our first pole barn that we've ever done, so it's going to be a learning experience for us. Looking forward to it. It's going to have one garage door, possibly two in it. We don't know yet. But this apartment itself is going to be a 2 bedroom, 2 story, nice kitchen and bath, living quarters. So it's going to be nice as well. Granite countertops. It started out going to be the shop for equipment, but that quickly changed when we see the need for something in our area for the cabinet shop. So we'll build the cabinets in the houses that we're building, possibly maybe some other customers. We don't know yet, but definitely going to build it on our houses ourselves. Try to keep as much stuff in house as possible instead of contracting it out. Just keep everything in house. So, but yeah, definitely know who all's on here. Where are you from? If you log on after the live stream's ended, let me know. We are just testing this out, trying to see how it works, trying to see if we get any notifications sent out. Ain't a whole lot of people on here. I guess that's to be expected when you're you don't do lives that much. Trying to come up with some pretty good video content, get it out there, so grow the channel a little bit more. Y'all definitely like and subscribe if you like it. Hey Randy, how do they build those up there? Do they put those poles in the ground? Are they using the permacolumns? How do they build it? Our shop that we're building, the 40 by 60, we got columns that we're putting in. It's got brackets that goes down to the I can't remember the name of those brackets, but they go on top of the foundation wall. So we've got a foundation wall that's poured, and we'll set those brackets and we'll put those columns. We got some used to be they're from Mountain View, Texas, but they're laminated 3-ply 2x6s, and we'll bolt those into the columns. To the brackets and then put some 2x4 or 2x6 girts on it. It's gonna be a pretty good build. It's going to be a WeatherLogic OSB all the way around it. WeatherLogic panels, I guess that's what they call it. Then we're going to put board and bat on it. Going to put some Versetta stone on the front of it. It's going to have a 8 by pretty good size porch on it. It's going to be a 2-story porch, by the way. It's going to be a deck on top, second floor, so you can walk out from the master. But our other 30 by 60 is going to be 6x6 posts in the ground, and then just concrete it and build that one that way. It's those posts will last, some say 40, 50 years. So Yeah, uh, that's the way they used to do it back in the day. And I mean, it's pros and cons for all of it, I guess. Uh, if you're ever looking at getting a mortgage on it, which we will on our shop, uh, you have to have it on the foundation wall down here. You can't have the post in the ground. So I don't know if you heard of Kyle from R&R Builders. I'm sure you have if you on YouTube at any time. But we purchased a set of his plans, so we're going to try our best to do him good, do him be uh, do it some justice, I guess. It's going to be a little bit different uh, from from it. We made some changes, but the most part it's going to look just like, I think it's called a residential garage, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to check on my bags and make sure my bags have got to the airport yet. I don't know if you heard, but we've got lost my bags and didn't get on the plane in Dallas, so they're flying it. Supposed to land uh, at 5:48. It's actually on the ground now, so my bags are supposed to be on that flight. Then they're supposed to deliver it, bring it to me. So I hope so. All my tools and everything is in the bag. Yeah, uh, we went to the Vegas to the IBS show and seen that ICF block, and I really like it. I really like it. One of the houses that we're building now was blocked up and then poured concrete, and then it's framed up on top of that. But we are really looking into that ICF. Uh, so they poured it 12-inch thick concrete floor, so that's pretty good. I think we're going to do a 6-inch on the inside of ours. But that ICF block is pretty cool. I've seen a lot of people use it on YouTube. Never seen it in person, but it stacks up pretty good. It said you don't have to have a whole lot of bracing if you're going 3 to 4 feet, but other than that, just basically brace it off with some 2x4s, throw your rebar in it, uprights, and then uh, pour the concrete. I mean, keep it square and plumb, and uh, look pretty cool. Look pretty simple. I know concrete's really not simple, but uh, there's another guy on Instagram that says it's uh, a load of sweat and tears. I think is what it is. Back breaking uh, burdens. Well, I'm gonna, I guess, get off of here. It's been 20 minutes. I don't know. I've learned anything more about this live stream or not. I think I've had 4 or 5 people come in, but we'll try this out a little bit more. Maybe I could try to make a post and get somebody to uh, get more people to come in. We can actually have a little bit better live chat. But ICF walls was only 5 foot high. Yeah, yeah. I seen. That's the way we're looking at doing the. Got 2 more houses that we're fixing to get ready, and we're looking at putting that on it, going up 3, 4, 5 feet high, and then concrete on top of that. I don't know how I feel about the ICF house. I mean, I don't see other than it's supposed to be safe. I'm assuming uh, down here we get a lot of tornadoes, but I don't know the purpose of it for a full house. ICF house. I don't know. Insulation on both sides of it. But to me, it'd be a whole lot more work to put your electrical in. Anything that's going in the walls, to me, it just seems like it's a whole lot difficult. Yeah, horse barn. Yeah, we're ours. We're trying to decide on the colors. I think we're going to end up painting it pure black. Then just come in with some wood colors, cedar post for the porch. I've got a pretty nice door that is we've got picked out. We actually picked it out when we was in Vegas. Uh, it's a I don't forget what they call it, a center pivot door where it hinges from the top and the bottom, and it swings in. It's 10 feet, not 10 feet, 8 feet tall. Like I forgot the width, 42 inches, 56 inches, somewhere in there, wide. So it's a pretty cool door. I actually seen it when we went to the IBS show in Orlando, and couldn't remember who we seen it and who had it, so we ran across it in Vegas this year. So it's going to be pretty cool. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to having the shop and getting the equipment in the shop, get the cabinet shop up and going. Yeah, yeah. We thought about that. One of the houses that we're uh, building, it's a 2092, is white siding. It's board and bat on the front, lap siding along the back and sides. It'll have black trim, and it's also got cedar post with a vaulted front porch, so it's going to be pretty cool. It's got beadboard on the vault, so that'd be nice. That's going to be getting installed here in the next couple weeks. So I don't know. We'll either do a video on it here or try to post something on the other channel for just strictly house stuff. Hey, Blake. I was wondering if you seen it come across. Did you get notified that it came on, or you just happened to come across it? Yeah, I don't know why that happens. I guess I could do that on here. Put that on here. Let's see. Mute. Hey, Randy, did you get notified, or did you just happen to come across it? I'm logging into my other channel now to see if it pops it up. That's strange. I wouldn't even subscribe to my other channel. That's strange. It's done that to me. Like it's unsubscribes me of a couple of channels that I follow. Let's Dig and Dirt Perfect. It's like it just. I went to their page one day and it says I wouldn't even subscribe to them. Let's see if my bags are on the way yet. Well, I'd love to find out how I can track my bags right there. Yeah, I watch them. I watch Digging Life 21, and I've been watching a lot of TriStar Digging out of Tennessee. Sam, uh, I I like him. I've talked to him several times before via the uh, message. There's a guy out of Missouri. I think it's Elite Earthworks, maybe. I can't remember his name. I watch a lot of. Uh, and then I got CNC equipment. I like watching their auction videos. I like watching all their videos, but the auction videos I like watching a lot of. You learn a lot from them. Yeah, Blake, I don't know how that works. I don't know how. I know my last video ain't got a whole lot of views. I think it's got 70 views, maybe 60 views. I'm gonna put a couple of videos out with some video footage that I've lost of James and Donnie. Mainly James. When he gets the camera, he likes to talk, and he's just funny. I have to edit it real good because some of the stuff he says is get me in trouble. But hey, Randy, I don't know if you know, but James is he's my nephew. He's been in a couple of videos. You see, my last video's got see, it ain't got but 54 views on it. Somebody told me that I needed to get more videos on the outside of the equipment, which it's understandable. I just got to get the right equipment out there to do it. Oh, another one that I listen to or watch a lot of is Dirt Boss. I started watching Dirt, and then Andrew. I watched him a lot. I think I started watching him before I did the rest of them. But Dirt Boss, I like. Hey, John, how you doing, sir? I am down here in Corpus Christi. Yeah, Randy. I have to edit it and listen to all the videos. I just looked at one and listened to one. They went to Cracker Barrel, and they was in the truck talking, and let's just say it's not going to be able to go on the YouTube. Hey, John. Yeah, I've had a rough one. Left the house there at 6:00, 5:30, somewhere in there. Got to the airport. Flight delayed. Missed my flight at Dallas. It's just been a mess. Now I'm waiting on my bags to get here to the airport. I mean, to the it's at the airport, waiting to get here to the motel. Hey, two sisters. So, which one of the sisters is it? No, it's not been fun. I'm sitting at the airport sitting don't really bother me. It's the dealing with customer service, trying to get flights moved around, and I had a 2:00 appointment at El Paso today, and missed that. I was supposed to be down there by 11. An appointment at 2:00. then get back to the airport at 7 and fly back down to Corpus Christi, fly to Corpus Christi tonight to be here at 12, and then got an appointment tomorrow morning, and then fly back home for Tuesday night late. Now the way it's going to work out, I'm not going to be home till Thursday morning. I fly back in from El Paso to Dallas Wednesday night, and then I got to stay the night in the airport and catch a 7:30 flight out Thursday morning. How's everything going out there on the homestead? Yeah, I'm here all alone. On these calls and jobs like this, I just best to fly and get out here and do it, and then get back home. I was supposed to leave out and go to Mississippi on Wednesday morning, but that's not going to happen now. We got those some hats ordered, John. I don't know when they're going to be in. They're probably a couple weeks out, maybe. I'll have to get with Eric and find out. But yeah, it's got. I don't have a lot coming. I've got probably, I think, 20, 21 coming. 3 different colors. I got a yellow, maroon, and navy coming, and then see which ones we like, and then we'll get. I'm gonna send some out. Possibly, maybe start selling some if it gets popular, and then going to redo the shirts. We got yeah, Eric did my shirts. I can't. It's my brother-in-law. I can't remember his. Lord help me. What's my brother-in-law's page? It's a good thing he ain't watching me, because then he won't have to get on to me. In Lighting Creative Design Co. on Instagram. But he does graphic designs. He builds websites. I mean, signs. He does all kinds of stuff. Embroidery on shirts. He does the hot press. I don't know what that's called, but he does that. Which my sister's got a website, Simply Design, maybe. Simply Inspired Design. She's on April's on both of them's on Instagram. Simply Inspired Design Co. is hers, and then Enlighten Creative Design Co. They've got a website, I'm sure, but I just don't know what it is. I think it's an Etsy or Spotify or something like that. But y'all interested, holler at me, and I'll shoot you his number. You can holler at him. They're real good. But you look him up on Instagram as well if you got Instagram. Let him know I sent you over now. He does pretty good on the prices. I mean, he beats everybody else that I've talked to about it, and it's good quality work. I mean, he's not going to send out something that's that don't look right, and he always does uh, a template at first to make sure it's going to look out and get your approval on it. Let's see if I can get him on the channel here. Randy, I love that new excavator. The only thing I don't like about it is when I'm digging stumps, uh, it's too big of a bucket on it to try to dig out stumps. I need to get a stumper bucket on it, or get a smaller bucket for it. It's got plenty of power. It does good, and we did a lot of it on our last video that's out. But other than that, it does good. You know, I ran it probably. Well, I ran it the first day. You got back from getting the thumb fixed for probably 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Then it had a leak, and then we finally got that fixed, and the John Deere came out and fixed that on Monday the correct way. And but I'll get on it more Monday, Tuesday of next week, and maybe get to spend a full 8 to 10 hours on it. I think next week is the time change as well. I think it's the 10th or the 12th. I think it's the 10th. But I like it compared to the 180. It's a totally different beast. I think the bucket is, they may have put a little bit too big of a bucket on it with the, probably need to put a bigger counterweight on it because it does rock a lot when you stretch it out a good ways. But it'll load the dump truck pretty fast. Yeah, I've never been a brand guy, but uh, John Deere to me is so easy to deal with. I've never dealt with Cat. Uh, I got that Komatsu dozer, uh, and I love it. It rides like a Cadillac whenever Donnie lets me drive it or run it. Uh, but and then we bought that uh, Takeuchi skid steer, and I absolutely love it. I ran it pretty good bit the other day, probably about 2.5, 3 hours, and it's a it's a good one. I I like my skid steer, my Kubota skid steer, but I will never go back to Kubota. I don't. They run it with me. Um, the dealers down in my area are awful. We took the skid steer in. Uh, took a skid steer in to get one problem fixed, and came back with uh, two problems. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, cats. I've never priced it. I had a '03 Chevrolet dump truck, and uh, it had a cat engine in it. So I took it to the local cat dealer to get it fixed. They couldn't find parts, so I bought the parts offline and took it to them, and they still charged me an arm and a leg to fix it. And it went in with a issue with injectors. And by the time it's all said and done, I had one injector replaced. I had the okay, John, we'll holler at you later. One injector replaced. I had mysteriously the radiator had a leak, so got the radiator replaced. Had to replace the batteries, and somehow or another the alternator uh, went out on it. All that's in the first and only time that I took it to the cat dealer to get fixed. There's a dealer that I bought it from, the Kubotas from, that in Searcy, Arkansas, that is absolutely amazing. But it's a 4-hour drive to take it to him. James busted the windshield out of my tractor, and the local guys down there wanted $3,700 to put the windshield in, and they're doing it for I think the price, taxes and everything, was $2,300 for them to do it. So I had to load it up to. We brought it up to Searcy, Arkansas, and dropped it off last Friday before we loaded up and go to Vegas. So, and their customer service side of it is just, I just don't care for them. I don't care for them at all. Which we sold the skid steer. I had that 95-2, I think it's what it was. It may have been a 97-2. But we sold it, and we got the Takahuchi, and thought about selling the Mini and getting something else. We went to the Con Expo last year and seen the Case. Case had a nice Mini X there that we set in. I can't remember the model number of it, but we tried to check on it about, I don't know, 3 months ago, and couldn't get no information on it. So we just probably, as much as we use the Mini X, we use it every so often. So we'll probably not worry about it. We'll probably just run it down until it's can't run it no more. It ain't got but a little over 500 hours, I think. What equipment do y'all have, Randy? Yeah, our dealer is as well. It's Stribling Equipment, and they're real good. You can call them, and immediately they get you an answer. Seen something flying behind my head there. Either that or I'm seeing things. Hitachi, what Hitachi you have? You got the excavator, or is that a I'm assuming that's all that Hitachi makes now, ain't it? Which Hitachi used to be together with Deere. Yeah. That's a pretty good machine. Who else we have on here? Says I've got 4 people on here with me, so there's a couple of good ones out there. Like I said, John Deere, the ConExpo we sit in the case. Uh, I can't remember what size excavator that was. It was a two something 230. Komatsu 210s are nice as well, which we looked at those, but uh, didn't really get no information back from the salesman. And then we looked at the before we bought the 210, I looked at the Hyundai 220, and it's a little bit less expensive, but we couldn't get nobody to give you any information on it. I got a quote from a guy, and that was it. No other information that we could get. Texted him, called him, and it just no response. So uh, about 30, 45 days later, we just decided to go with the 210 John Deere. I actually thought that we was getting the newest model of it that had the bigger display in it, but it wasn't. I guess I didn't get the correct model or something, but it all worked out. We haven't got into the 2D grading yet. We hadn't even had them come out and do a training on it. Been busy, and plus it's been raining and snowing since we bought it. Oh yeah, we looked at buying when we was buying the 180 and buying the dozer Komatsu. We looked at buying I think it was a 750 M dozer from them, and got talked out of it. They said that they had a lot of bad reviews. Uh, so we just backed out of that and went to Komatsu and looked at it. Like I said, I've never been a cat. Our local dealer there has uh, a lot full of equipment. They got some nice off-road dump trucks there. I would like to have a new one of those, or a newer one than what we've got, but man, those things are expensive. $300,000 for a used one. We looked at a bale, uh, and it was 2,500 to 3,000 hours on it, and he priced it at a little over $330,000. And we decided to keep the old cat, the 97 cat that we have. Well, I'm gonna get off here. Been on here almost an hour, so yeah. Which Komatsu do you have? You got the D39, or I would love to have a D61 or 71. Yeah, 51's nice. I think that's the same thing as Dirtbox has got, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Dirt Perfect's, he's doing those demos of those cases. It's the 750 and the 1050. He's got a high reviews on them. I just don't know. Which we talked to our John Deere dealer, and they're supposed to be bringing me out a demo of a 750 uh, out there, which I think is a little bit bigger than the. It should be the same as a 51 or a 61. Yeah, yeah. Donnie loves the B39, which when we first got it, I ran it a lot, and so he sort of somehow or another, I don't know how he did it, but he took it over and running it more, and put me back in the 180. So now I'm in the 210. We got a lot of clearing jobs that's coming up. We've got to do if it will ever dry up. We've got to do back of the 10-acre lot that we have. We're gonna clear another 5 acres to put a house on it. We've got 23 acres. I need to get back over to the farm and dig out the pond and get it fixed so we can get it filled back up and get it stocked. That's what we was looking at on it, was the PXI on it. I like those because of the Komatsu, because of the GPS. It just fits on top of the cab. It don't fit on the front of the blade. The TriStar's got his, and his fits on the front of the blade. I think his is more of a 2D grading than it is 3D. And I don't want something on from my blade. I just, I'll stay away from all that. Put it on top. I think John Deere is coming toward that, but I heard that they done away with TopCon, where John Deere is coming out with their own stuff. So I don't know if that to be 100% correct or not, but the 210 is 2D ready, and then all I have to do is purchase the rover, and maybe a license or something for it, and it will be 3D ready. We also looked at doing the TopCon LN 150 layout station, and then can be able to convert it over to a rover, and it will connect with our equipment, at least the John Deere. Our 39 doesn't have none of that in it. Well, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna check on my bags and see where they're at, and then get me something to eat, and maybe call it an early night. But hey, Randy, if you'll look me up on Instagram, I don't even know what my own Instagram handle is. If you got an Instagram, I don't know if you do or not. Let's see.
One bank that keeps showing up.
Let's see. So dirt underscore works underscore excavating. Shoot me a message. Shoot me your address. I'll shoot you over a hat and a shirt. Just tell me what size it is. I'll shoot you over one whenever get it made out. Ever I get them in stock. Man, y'all have a good night. We'll talk to y'all later.